One of the biggest ecological disasters of the 20th century started with a war against sparrows. Imagine waking up one morning, and there are no sparrows. Not a single one. No chirping, no fluttering in the trees. Just silence. That's exactly how one of the most tragic and absurd events in China's history began. This is the true story of how a plan to fix nature led to the deaths of millions. And it all started with a tiny bird. In 1958, Chinese leader Mao Zedong launched the Great Leap Forward, an ambitious plan to turn China from an agricultural nation into an industrial superpower. One part of that plan was called the Four Pests Campaign. What were the pests? Flies, mosquitoes, rats, and sparrows. Why sparrows? Mao believed they were eating grain and hurting crop yields. Supposedly, each sparrow was responsible for consuming about 2 kilograms of grain per year. So the logic was simple. No sparrows equals more food equals no hunger. A full-on war against birds began. Millions of people went outside with pots and pans. They banged loudly for hours, scaring the birds into flight. Sparrows, terrified and exhausted, eventually dropped dead from the sky. People built massive nets to trap them, destroyed their nests, shot them out of trees. Kids brought dead sparrows to school and were rewarded. Across the country, sparrows were nearly wiped out. The government celebrated. Victory. No more pests. But the celebration wouldn't last. Just a few months later, something started to go terribly wrong. With the sparrows gone, nature's delicate balance collapsed. Sparrows didn't just eat grain, they ate insects. Tons of them. Now, with no natural predators, locusts, caterpillars, and beetles multiplied like crazy. They devoured entire fields. Crops vanished. The result? A catastrophic famine. People ate tree bark, clay. There were even reports of cannibalism. Historians estimate that between 15 and 45 million people died. The government eventually realized its mistake. They tried to reverse the damage. China began importing sparrows from the Soviet Union to restore the population. But by then, the damage had already been done. The famine had changed the country forever, all because of one miscalculation, a failure to understand how deeply interconnected nature really is. There's no happy ending to this story, but there is a lesson. Nature isn't random, it's a system. Every creature, even the smallest, has its place. Remove one link, and the whole chain can fall apart. Today we still try to fix nature with pesticides, deforestation, overfishing. Are we making the same mistakes all over again, just in different ways? Let me know what you think in the comments, and follow for more real stories that sound too crazy to be true.